In this line of work, you have to know the rules. There's a stubborn woman at East Sea Market named Lu Guixiang. And what happened? I just tweaked things a little. Cut off her daughter's supply chain. Now she's even selling her house, ha ha ha. She doesn't even have $30 to buy ship repair parts. She'll be stuck in the mud for life.
$420. I just sold seaweed to get this money. Take it to fix the boat. Xianggui.
I can't take this money. The sea doesn't bully honest folks, if you're willing to work hard.
The Sea Dragon King will always give you a meal. When the tide rises, fish come in close. When the tide goes out, crabs come out. Got it? Ha ha ha. Mr. Chen, what's wrong?
Boss son, don't lose your conscience when you do business.
Ethan.
Find out everything about Laura Lu at East Sea Market right away. Cancel all my meetings tomorrow morning. You're coming to the market with me.
Mr. Chen, I've got it. Laura Lu's daughter, Sharon, runs an online seafood business. To force Laura Lu to give in, Victor's son deliberately cut off Sharon's cold chain shipping.
What happened next? It caused massive shipping defaults for online business.
Tomorrow morning, they'll press her to repay an $800,000 loan. If she can't pay it back, her daughter will be blacklisted.
Laura Lu is planning to sell the only house left in her hometown.
Sister Lu, why is your shrimp
Not as bright as the others? I don't use illegal preservatives. The color may not look good, but if a customer gets sick, I, Lu Guixiang, will take full responsibility.
Boss, how much are these shrimp?
Hi. Hi, Shing. Hi, Shing, what are you doing here? Look at this place, it's so dirty and messy.
Guixiang. No matter how messy this is, you're still the same clean, decent person you were 20 years ago.
Mom. The debt collectors are coming tomorrow. Even if you sell the house, it only covers half the hole.
Xiaotang, don't panic. I'll go borrow.
Borrow from who? Sun Defa said if you'll just sell his stuff, he'll unfreeze the shipping right away. You've been stubborn your whole life. Can your conscience pay back that 800 grand for me?
I can lose everything, but I will never make dirty money from poison. That stuff hurts people.
Sister Lu is teaching her daughter. So, have you thought it over? If you still don't sign today, you won't be able to keep this stall going. Sister Lu, this is our standard stock. It's been soaked in preservative. It won't change color for 3 days. Sign it, and your daughter's crisis will be over right away.
These shrimp can damage the liver. Mr. Sun, do you sleep at night?
In this market, I make the rules. If you don't sign, I'll ruin you by tomorrow.
Lu Guixiang has done this for 30 years. The sea doesn't bully honest people. I'd rather starve. then earn a single dirty cent.
You have no shame. You lot, smash all her broken fish tanks. Throw her out of the market.
Who dares touch her?
Who the hell are you? Playing hero on my turf?
Your turf? According to the National Agricultural Product Quality and Safety, forcing vendors to use illegal additives is a threat to public safety. Boss son, are these your rules, or the country's?
You're lecturing me about the law? Go ask around. Who dares inspect my supply orders?
No need to ask around. I'm here to investigate you. Specially appointed expert at the Provincial Marine Ecology Testing Center, and the Chief Director of the East Sea Fresh Supply Chain Restructuring Project, Ethan Chin.
Expert Chen.
I already submitted the inspection report for this batch to the Quality Inspection Bureau last night. Grace. 20 years ago, you told me to watch the tide. I covered the bad debt in the market today. I settled it for you. Gue Xiang, take this 800,000 and use it first to clear Xiao Tang's penalty and loan.
Hi Shane. I'm already deeply grateful that you stood up for me and blocked Sunda FA, but I can't take this money.
If you don't clear this debt, Xiao Tang will be blacklisted, and your family home in town won't be safe either.
20 years ago, I taught you the sea never bullies honest people. I, Gue Xiang, have earned clean money my whole life. I'd still pay this debt back myself, clean and square.
Fine, I respect your choice. But my line is drawn, I Long Chen. If you need help, come to me anytime.
Seeing you do this well today is the best thanks you could give me.
Long Tai Group behind Sun Defa
has stepped in to bail him out now.
I knew Long Tai wouldn't swallow this loss so easily.
And what about Ms. Liu?
Keep a close watch on Sun Defa for me. If he dares lay a hand on Lu Guixiang again, I'll make sure he never gets back on his feet. And all supply chain deals with Prosperity Peak Group right now. Cancel tomorrow's 300 million signing ceremony.
Harold Chan. Have you lost your mind? Prosperity Peak controls 40% of the fresh food channels in the provincial capital. And for a woman selling fish at market, you're risking 300 million in profit for whole group?
They force vendors to use banned chemicals. A rotten, toxic company like that, and you still use their channels? If a food safety scandal breaks out, will you pay with your life?
That was all done by the people below. We can demand that Long Tai make changes. But if you break the deal unilaterally, you're being irresponsible to the annual bonuses of thousands of employees across the group.
The ecological group name stands on being clean and having principles. To side with a scoundrel like this, I'd rather not make the money. Cross my line and forget Long Tai. Even if the king came, I'd kick him out of the game.
Meeting adjourned. Chen Haisheng, you're going your own way. Tomorrow I'll call the board and formally impeach you as president.
That Chen guy is no pushover. This 800,000 online loan was clearly signed by Lu Guixiang's daughter, and it's legal wherever you go. Don't worry, President Sunday. We brothers have plenty of ways to handle that girl. As long as there's no blood, no one can fault us. Lu Xiaotang, pay up. Stop hiding and keeping quiet. I know you're home.
What are you doing? This is trespassing.
A debt must be paid.
That's only right.
800,000 is due, since you can't pay it back.
Then sign the mortgage agreement for your old house.
That was my mom's last home.
You're robbers.
If you don't sign today, believe it or not, I'll make sure you can't even find a place to stand in the provincial capital. Sign it. Who the hell are you to meddle in Honda Finance's business?
Here's 1 million.
800,000 covers the principal. The other 200,000 is for you to disappear from this room right now. Why you? Who the hell do you work for?
Boss Chen Haisheng's line.
Dare bother this family again, and I'll send your boss to prison tomorrow. Get lost. Mr. Chen's men. Go, 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 move.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Miss Liu, this money your mother's due.
My mom? She sold fish. How could she know big shot like you?
Ask your mother. Who did she teach to read the tides 20 years ago?
Read the tides 20 years ago?
Mom, what else have you been hiding from me? Could that Mr. Chen really be here to pay us back?
Sister Lou, stop wasting your breath. Sundefa had your power and water cut off. Who dare lend you electricity? They'd be out tomorrow.
I won't beg. My stall. I'll save it myself. Even if it's dying, bring it back to life. It can't die. The Sea Dragon King won't take good, honest people. It can't die.
Mom, our debt's paid off. It was that Mr. Chen. Mom. Help. Somebody save my mom.
There's 500,000 on this card.
Mr. Zhou, just tell me what you want.
Cripple her stall for good. Chen Haishen cut off your supply chain, but I, Zhou Ziyuan, can hook Long Tai back up. As long as I can take down Chen Bas,
I'll do whatever it takes.
force Chen Haishen to lose his footing and illegally move company funds. The moment he makes a move, I can crush him at the board meeting.
Mom, you're awake. For a few ponds of dead fish, were you really willing to risk your life? Sundefa cut off our water and power. They're obviously trying to wipe us out.
Xiao Tang, this business may be rotten, but your mom's heart can't be. Even if everything falls apart today, I still won't regret it.
What's the use of having no regrets? How are we supposed to survive? Uncle Lee's place was shut down by the Joint Task Force. They used the preservative Sundefa supplied, and customers got acute gastroenteritis and were hospitalized. Uncle Lee was taken away and detained. Mom, I'm sorry. I was confused. If you hadn't stopped me from using that potion, we'd be the ones getting hauled off to jail today.
You saved me. Good boy, remember this. The right path is hard, but heaven is watching. At worst, we'll sell the house to pay off the debt.
Mom, we don't need to sell the house. A big boss named Chandler sent people over with $1 million in cash and drove off the loan sharks pressuring me.
A big boss named Chandler? Ocean. Where did he get 800 grand cash to throw around like that? We can't take this money.
That's their hard-earned money. Mom, he's the boss of a big corporation. He won't miss this bit. Besides, he said this money is to repay your kindness from 20 years ago.
One thing is one thing. Back then, I helped him because we were both struggling. He's giving me a hand. That's his kindness. I, Laurel Green, can't take advantage of an honest man.
President Dawn, what are you doing? The power's out in there, and it reeks.
20 years ago, when I couldn't even afford a meal, she pulled me up from the foulest fish market around. Now she's down and out, and I'm standing here decked out in gold and silver. That's charity. Not helping.
Oceanborn. Don't touch that filth. You're a big boss now. Don't dirty your hands.
Kasha. These hands of mine were trained by you back then, catching fish and shrimp. No matter how far I go, I'll always be that Chin ocean-born kid by the river who couldn't get enough to eat.
You fool. For a fish seller like me, you took on long tie behind Sun Defa. Not worth it.
20 years ago, you taught me that fish come to shore with the tide. Sister Guixiang, now the crabs are out on low tide. It's time to cast the net. Sister Guixiang, do you think I'm just standing up for you? Behind Sun Defa is a black market chain tied to illegal additives. It's ruining lives of countless ordinary people.
Long tie group is huge. Can you take them on?
Refuse to sell poison seafood. You kept conscience clean. I work in marine ecotech. Stand for the country's testing standards. Today, this isn't about paying a debt. We're fighting side by side to set clean rules for this business.
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, Qinhaishan unilaterally blacklisted Long Tai, cutting off our supply chain. Our stock is already down 3 points today.
But over the years, President Chin
has always been known for being steady. Steady. His head's been turned by some woman from the market. He's using our money to settle his old personal grudge.
Xiao Chen, send 2 men to guard this place around the clock. If Sister Guixiang loses even a single hair, I'll hold you responsible.
Understood. Mr. Chen, Zhou Ziyuan has called for a forced vote. You need to get back fast.
He wants to put on a show. Then I'll build him the stage myself.
No need to wait for him. According to the company bylaws, if 2/3 of the shareholders agree, we can remove Ethan Chan as president immediately. I propose we vote right now. In this company today, it's him or me.
I'm not even dead yet, and you're already rushing to split up the estate.
Ethan Chan. For a woman who sells fish at the market, you cut off a $300 million deal with Prosperity Holdings. You're sacrificing the whole company's future for your own personal business. Impulsive.
Mr. Chan, Prosperity Holdings may be shady, but
they do have a lot of connections.
You really were too impulsive this time. All you saw was me stepping in to protect her from those thugs. But you have no idea who she is. 20 years ago, when I couldn't afford to eat, she used her frostbitten hands to catch fish through a hole in the ice.
She scraped together 68 yuan for school fees.
Without her, Ethan Chin would have starved to death by the river long ago. And there'd be no way I'd have this eco group worth billions today. In this life, I, Ethan Chin, value 2 things most: principles and gratitude. I won't acknowledge what I owe the man who saved my life. And you expect me to be responsible to shareholders like you?
Nice story, very touching. But business has no sympathy. You've already broken the group's cash flow. Everyone, raise your hands and vote to remove Christian Harrison.
No need to vote.
William Jones, you think I called off the partnership on impulse? Open your eyes.
Look at the big screen.
How is that even possible? Long Tai has such powerful backers.
When it comes to the law and the people's livelihood, who would dare back him, while you were secretly meeting Sun Defa and giving him 500 grand to sabotage us? I had already joined forces with the top 10 produce distributors in the province, and cut off every sales channel Long Tai. I never planned to use 1 cent from the group. I was waiting for his cash flow to break. Waiting for him to collapse on his own.
What? Mr. Carson, I'm sorry. Lost my mind. For the sake of how we started this business together.
Don't call me Carson. You're not worthy.
Take him away.
Let him sit in there and do the math on what he's done. The market gap left by Longview will, from today on, be fully taken over by our eco group. We'll make clean money. Tell the driver to get the car ready. The tumor in the East Sea market is gone. Time to go bring our boss's wife home.
Even though I'm out on bail, I still have to let this anger out. Get all your promo accounts moving. Say Lu Guixian's stall sells toxic seafood with heavy metals way over the limit, and it already killed someone.
Don't worry, Mr. Sun. People online are easiest to rile up. Once we get the mob going, her stall will be smashed to pieces within half an hour.
Isn't Chen Haisheng trying to protect her? Let's see how he fights against the whole province online.
Guys, do you see this?
This is that crooked toxic seafood stall everyone's exposing online.
That woman would sell out her conscience just to make money. Refund us. Drive this crooked vendor out of the market.
I didn't sell any tainted seafood. My goods are the cleanest. I'd bet my life on it.
Stop hitting him. It's just a rumor. You don't have proof. What gives you right to beat people?
The video's online. What proof do you need? Smash his tank. We can't let him hurt anyone else.
Hurry, hurry.
Hurry!
If anyone touches her stall again,
I'll make sure he rots in prison.
Who the hell are you protecting a drug trafficker?
Chairman Chan, it's online that this stall sells toxic seafood with excessive heavy metals.
And shielding crooked vendors for the capitalists.
Folks, hit like in the stream. Let's expose her.
making rumors up is easy. But I, Hudson Chan, only believe evidence.
The test report jointly issued this morning by the National Oceanic Bureau and the Provincial Center for Disease Control. No banned additives were found in any batch of live seafood from Stall 32, and the water quality meets top-tier ecological standards.
Ms. Laurel Lau would rather go bankrupt than use Longtai Group's toxic preservatives. She has protected her conscience for 30 years. What gives you keyboard warriors the right to trample on it like this? Today, with Province TV Live, I officially announce that Eco Group's $5 billion valuation sign will hang right over Sister Lou's stall. If she sells 1 pound of fake goods, Ethan Chin will resign and take full responsibility. The group will pay full compensation.
Hi, Shing. You're putting your whole life and fortune on me.
As for those online smear pieces causing trouble, I've already had the group's legal team collect all the evidence. Eco Group is offering a 1 million reward to flush out the PR team behind those hit pieces.
You took Longtai's dirty money to stir things up. Where do you think you're running? Useless trash. A bunch of useless losers. You didn't even smear that woman. You just made her some kind of moral icon.
Mr. Sun, this is bad. We got word. The troll leader we hired spilled everything. Even screenshots of you paying him from your personal account are already in Chen Haisheng's hands. Mr. Sun, we're completely blacklisted now. If this goes on, the bank will seal up the company in less than 3 days.
It's not over yet. Tomorrow is the Provincial Fresh Food Summit. Big investors from the province and the chamber president will all be there. As long as I can latch onto the chamber president tomorrow and get a backstop agreement signed, Chen Haisheng won't be able to take me down, no matter how powerful. Mr. Chen, all the evidence has been secured. Not only the transfer records for hiring trolls this time, but also the key ledgers on Sun Defa's years of force. We got all the insiders. Evaded.
Good.
Underreporting revenue.
Have you called the police?
The Economic Crimes Unit has filed the case. We're waiting. Mr. Chen, for tomorrow's Provincial Fresh Produce Summit, Sun Defa used old connections to get a pass. Seems he still wants one last shot.
He wants a shot? Then I'll give him a stage. Tomorrow, at the highest level conference in this industry. In front of our peers across the province. I'll break his backbone myself.
Hi, Shing. Why did you rent such a fancy place? I smell like fish. I'll stain their carpet.
Sister Guixiang, your place isn't safe. Rest here a few days. No one will bother you here. These are the clothes I prepared for you. Tomorrow is the province's Fresh Food Summit. I want to take you with me.
What would I do there? That place is for big shot bosses. I'm just a fish seller.
Sister Guixiang, you're the cleanest merchant in all of Donghai Market. You're 10,000 times nobler than those suit anti-crooks inside. I want everyone in the province to see who's really holding this industry's bottom line.
Mom, Uncle Chen is right. Sun Def has pushed us around long enough. Tomorrow, we're going to get justice.
Okay, Mom will listen to you. I've done nothing shameful in my life. I don't need to bow my head to those bad people.
Sister Guixiang. Tomorrow we'll get back the justice that's yours, with interest.
Chairman Wang, listen to me. At tomorrow's summit, you have to help your brother. If you speak up, I'll give you half of Long Tai's shares.
You messed with the wrong people. Eco Group dug up all your dirty secrets. The Economic Crimes Unit is already watching you. Don't call me again.
Sister Guixiang, try this. The shrimp at this fancy hotel isn't as sweet as what you cooked for me in an iron pot by the river back then.
Your tongue's as picky as ever. Back then, you were so hungry you crushed shrimp shells and swallowed them. Now you've gotten all fancy.
Mr. Chen, Grandpa Chen, I was wrong. Please spare me. I'll give back the 800,000. I'll go to Sister Lu and kowtow and apologize, okay?
Son Defa, if apologizing solved everything, what would we need the police for? You chose this dead end yourself. See you at tomorrow's summit. Get ready to hear your own funeral bell.
Thank you, everyone in the trade. It's been a tough year for the fresh produce business, so now more than ever, we need to stick together. Long Tai Group has decided to take the lead and set up the province's Fresh Produce Alliance. As long as everyone signs this joint purchasing agreement today, Long Tai will handle the supply from now on.
This isn't a partnership. They want to monopolize supply lines and force us to sell their branded seafood. But if we don't sign, tomorrow they'll cut off our supply or even send thugs to smash our cold storage.
What? Any thoughts on Long Tai standardization, everyone? Let's give a hand for the industry's new standard. If you won't sign, you're disrespecting me, son, and disrespecting Long Tai Group. Think carefully about the consequences.
What do you want? This is a provincial closed-door summit. No invitation, no entry.
Chen Haisheng, CEO of Eco Group, the summit's biggest invited investor. These people behind me are the industry hearing delegates our group invited. Are you going to stop them too?
Sister Guixiang, don't be scared. Hold your head high and keep walking.
I'm not afraid. We're here to rip off their mask.
Security, call the cops and arrest him.
Mr. San was going on about standards. So let me ask, which standard do you mean? The one for illegally pumping seafood with water? Or the one for adding highly toxic preservatives and risking people's lives?
That's a vicious lie. That's slander.
Xiao Qin. Let's satisfy Mr. Sun's curiosity. And let everyone in the province see it. Long Tai's core technology.
Add more. It makes dead fish look alive. If it kills no one, it's fine.
Selling that kind of filth to ordinary people will doom your whole family. Son Defa, no wonder your prices were so low. So you were poisoning people. There is no way we would ever work with you.
Turn it off. Turn it off now. That was fake, made by AI.
Fake? Then take a look at this document next. See if it's real or not.
It's over. It's all over. President Chen, please spare me. I won't do it again.
Good catch. Trash like him should be shot.
Haisheng, what are you doing? Get up, everyone's watching.
Let me formally introduce. This lady is Laurel Fragrance. She wasn't the one who saved my life 20 years ago when I was starving on the streets. She stood up to vicious threats. And would rather lose everything than sell a single pound of poisoned seafood. She guards the line for this trade. 20 years ago, Sister Laurel taught me something. The sea doesn't wrong honest people. Doing business is like being person. Once your heart turns dark, the tide will swallow you. Today, on behalf of Eco Group, I officially announce that every supermarket and fresh food platform in the province will permanently ban any drug-tainted products from Long Tai Group.
Mr. Chen, now that Long Tai is finished, where are small vendors like us supposed to get clean goods?
Starting today, Eco Group will invest $1 billion as the first phase to build the province's largest additive-free fresh produce supply base in East Sea City. All goods, with no middlemen, will go straight to your stalls.
Great.
Mom, did you hear that?
You'll never have to put up with the wholesalers again.
Sister Guixiang, no matter how advanced Base's equipment is, it still needs a pair of eyes that truly knows the sea. On behalf of the group board, I formally appoint you as the chief quality consultant for the billion-dollar direct supply base. From now on, whether sea stays clean, you call the shots. Can you take it?
Why wouldn't I? As long as Haisheng stay on the right path. I'll help you keep this whole sea clean and spotless.
Ms. Lily Laurel will serve as the first chief quality advisor for our 1 billion yuan direct supply base, with an annual salary of 3 million.
3 million? To hire a fish vendor from the market? Has Mr. Chase lost his mind? You think that's expensive?
A clean conscience that hasn't sold any tainted seafood in 30 years is priceless. Not only will I pay her 3 million, I'll make sure the whole province knows that from today on, Big Sis Lily Laurel is the bottom line of our Eco Group. From now on, in East Sea City, whoever dares push her at the scales, whoever dares cheat her with fake goods, is making an enemy of the entire Eco Group.
President Chen is right. Good people deserve good things. Why should honest business people be the ones who lose out?
Spending 3 million to buy some vague thing called conscience? Chen Haisheng, are you a genius or are you crazy?
Haisheng, no, I can't sign this. 3 million? I've never seen that much money in my life.
Gina, have some water.
But I'm just an uneducated fish seller. You're a big boss now. Your company has many college grads and PhDs. If you spend this money on me, people will talk. They'll say you mix business with personal matters.
Gina, 20 years ago, if you hadn't used these hands to pull 2 pounds of prawns from the freezing water and trade them for $68 for my tuition,
There would have been no Harrison Chin in this world.
it was your little bit of conscience and kindness. Gave me the backbone to make it this far. Now those cancers have been cut out. The Eco Group needs a rock-solid anchor. Except for you. No one else is worthy.
How stupid was I?
To look down on a mother.
Even the big boss worships like a god? Uncle Chin, thanks for showing me how amazing my mom really is.
Get lost. Son Defa is already behind bars. You dirty seafood crooks still dare to stick around? Just you wait. One day, I swear.
Illegal stalls at Long Tai Fresh Market will be shut down starting today. You're suspected of forced buying and selling. Come with us and cooperate with the investigation. Sister Osmanthus, if it weren't for you and Mr. Chen blowing this open, we'd never make it back to the market ever.
You saved everyone's livelihood.
Uncle Oldley, what are you saying? It was time for the sun to come out. From now on, we'll all use Eco Group's additive-free supply and earn clean money.
Little Chin,
Don't be nervous. I paid back the dirty money, so I won't be prosecuted.
I'm here today to settle things with Mr. Chin once and for all.
Come in.
Old Chin,
I lost. You pulled out the tumor outside. Now it's time to clear out the worm on the inside.
sit down, Old Joe.
Old Chen. Admit defeat over Sun Defa's case. But as a businessman, I still don't think I was wrong to question you. Capital is all about maximizing profit.
You did it to pay back a personal favor.
You blew over $1 billion on a zero additive direct supply base.
That stretched the payback period by 3 years.
In business school. That's the dumbest decision there is.
Business school taught you how to squeeze out profit. But it never taught you this. The foundation of a company is the trust of the people.
Long Tie chased profit. Turned the market into a den of poison.
If Eco Group goes down this road too, sooner or later, it'll end up just like them. You're not wrong. You're just a pure capitalist.
And I want to be.
An entrepreneur with a heart. We've never meant the same thing by the word worthy.
Mr. Chen, I'm Lu Xiaotang, a graduate from East Sea University's Logistics Department. I have a national e-commerce strategy plan for direct zero-additive seafood sourcing, and I'd like to apply for your angel investment. Mr. Chen, the direct supply base can only cover this province now. If we open up the cold chain logistics, we can bring zero-additive seafood will be delivered to consumers' tables across the country within 48 hours.
Cold chain shipping is extremely expensive. If temperature control fails in transit and the goods spoil, our reputation is ruined. What guarantee do you have?
In the proposal, I introduced blockchain traceability technology. Every fish, from catch to inspection, packing, and shipping, will have all data recorded on the blockchain. Consumers can scan the code to see everything.
Xiao Chen, have the CFO bring Group Number 1's official seal to my office right away. President Liu, I'm backing your proposal. Starting today, this is an S-level strategic project of Eco Group, and you'll be fully in charge. Don't let your mother down.
Don't worry, President Chen. I won't fail the mission. The first 200 tons of additive-free direct supply seafood have all been loaded and are ready to be shipped to major warehouses nationwide. All Chief Advisor data checks out. Can we inspect and release it?
Quality is fine. We're shipping clean, honest goods.
Check the temperature-controlled cold chain boxes on line 3. This batch is going to high-end supermarkets outside the province. The number of ice packs must be exact.
Mr. Liu, these black tiger shrimp are half a centimeter too small. Could you cut us some slack and pack them anyway?
The size doesn't meet the standard. I don't make that call. You'll have to ask our Chief Advisor.
Old Zhao. Our contract spells it out clearly. Items under 15 centimeters get sent back. A third of this batch doesn't meet the standard.
Sister Kasha, our stalls were side by side at the market. It's only half a centimeter off. Once it's in a stomach, who can tell? Please cut me some slack.
Back at the market. Sun Virtue Fortune forced us to use chemicals and refused because we had principles. Now that times are better. Does that mean we can throw those principles to the dogs?
That's way too strict, isn't it?
I don't care how well I know you back home. In this base, not 1 ounce of substandard goods leaves the warehouse. Take it back and sort it again.
What a truly fair and unbending Chief Consultant Lewis. Even I feel like keeping my distance from that kind of presence.
You're the big chairman and you came all the way here to tease me? If I don't keep a tight watch, how could I ever be worthy of the 1 billion you invested?
With Dawn watching the factory, nothing can go wrong. Come with me.
Where to?
I'm taking you to a place you haven't been to in 20 years.
Why did you bring me back to the old fishing village? This place hasn't changed much in 20 years. It's still poor. All the young people left long ago.
In the winter 20 years ago, I collapsed from hunger behind that reef. If it weren't for that steaming pot of prawns you gave me back then, there would be no Ethan Shore today.
You remembered that tiny thing your whole life.
Honestly,
Haishing, when I left this place, I thought I'd never come back. I was scared of being poor and tired of being worn out.
Back then, I couldn't even scrape together the money to buy shouting an arithmetic book.
So I made you a promise. I wouldn't let this seat push decent people around anymore. Sister Guixiang, look over there.
What is that? Wasn't that a garbage dump before?
Old village chief, are you ready? Pull the curtain. This is my gift to this sea, and to you too.
Haishing, why'd you put my name on it? I don't deserve that.
You do. This research station doesn't just monitor the marine ecosystem, it's also the county's public education center. Now, kids in the village, they can learn aquaculture and marine science. They won't have to live like we did back then, just depending on the weather and risking their lives at sea.
This is 10,000 times better than giving me that 3 million salary. Haishing, you've done a great deed.
You're the one who planted that seed. If you hadn't saved me, I would have never been able to come back and save this village.
Guixiang, my girl,
President Chen already told
it's because of you that the kids in our village
can go to school for free.
Sister Guixiang,
Little Lou is saved.
he won't need to drop out and go to the city to scavenge anymore. He can study at the research station.
Please, everyone, don't be like this. Things will get better.
Kindness is like the tide. When it pulls back, it does so without a sound. At high tide, it can still turn over and unleash immense power.
Here you go, ma'am. These are additive-free sea fish, shipped straight from our base. Steam them at home, and they'll be incredibly fresh.
Chief Consultant Lou. You make 3 million a year now. Why do you still come work these rough jobs every morning? The group office is huge. Why not go sit in there and run things?
If I can't smell the sea, I feel lousy all over. Besides, if I'm not here watching, you youngsters will have your tails up in the sky. Xiao Zheng, I saw it. While weighing it, you deliberately let extra water drain from the bag. Another ½ ounce of water.
Aunt Lou. That customer haggled me down too hard. I wanted to make up for lost
Profit comes from honest goods at a fair price, not from shorting people on weight and cheating them. We drove out a cancer like Sun Defa from our market. Want to be the next one?
I was wrong, Aunt Lou. I'll go refund the difference to that customer on WeChat right now.
Everyone, remember this. This plaque isn't just to look pretty, it's the conscience of our market. If anyone dares sell stolen goods on the street, I, Lu Guixiang, will smash their stall for.
Got it.
Old Chin, picking up Sister Lu after work again? You two are close.
Yeah, it's been 20 years. I just love that solid, honest taste.
Haishing, do you believe in fate?
I don't believe in fate. I only believe in what you taught me back then.
The sea doesn't bully honest people.